Hello everyone, I'm Shobha Rani R. Today I'm going to take up the topic set off and carry forward of losses and assessment of individuals. Sometimes the assessee incurs a loss from a source of income, and unless such loss is set off against any income, the net result of the assessee's activities during the particular accounting year cannot be ascertained, and consequently the tax payable would also be incapable of determination. For this purpose, the Income Tax Act contains specific provisions under Section 70 to 80 for the set-off and carry-forward of losses. In other words, set-off of losses means setting of losses against income of the same year. If it is not possible to set off of the losses during the current previous year, such losses can be carried forward for being set off against income in the succeeding previous years. Let us understand some important terminologies used in this particular chapter. The first one, the meaning of set off. Meaning of set off is nothing but adjusting the income under one head against the loss under another head is called set off. This is done to arrive at taxable or total income. The meaning of set off of losses. It means adjusting the losses against the profit or income of that particular year. Losses that are not set off against income in the same year can be carried forward to the subsequent years for set off against income of those years. There are two types of set offs, that is inter-head set off and intra-head set off. What do you mean by inter-head set off? Inter-head set off, if assessee incurs loss under any head of income, such loss can be set off against his income from any other source under the same head of income for the same assessment year. Whereas intra-head set-off, it means the losses from one source of income can be set off against income from another source under the same head of income. Then, what do you mean by carry forward of losses? It means after making the appropriate and permissible intra-head and inter-head adjustments, there could still be unadjusted losses. These unadjusted losses can be carried forward to future years for adjustments against income of these years. Inter-source set-off of losses under the same head of income defined under Section 70. Any loss in respect of one source shall be set off against income from any other source under the same head of income. For example, loss from textile business can be set off against profit from printing business, and loss from one house property can be set off against income from another house property. Short-term capital loss can be set off against both short-term capital gain and long-term capital gain. But there are certain exceptions are there. The loss from speculation business can be set off only against profits from another speculation business, whereas loss from specified business under Section 35 AD can be set off only against profits from any other specified business. Long-term capital loss can be set off only against long-term capital gains. Loss from the activity of owning and maintaining racehorses can be set off only against income from the activity of owning and maintaining racehorses. Interhead adjustments defined under Section 71. Loss under one head of income can be set off against income assessable under any other head of income. For example, business loss can be set off against income from house property, but there are certain exceptions. Loss under the head profits and gains of business or profession cannot be set off against income under the head salaries. Loss under the head capital gains cannot be set off against income under any other head. Speculation loss or losses from specified business under Section 35 AD and loss from the activity of owning and maintaining race horses cannot be set off against income under any other head. Loss from house property can be set off against income under any other head only to the extent of rupees 2 lakhs. The remaining loss can be carried forward for set off against income from house property of the succeeding years. The losses which cannot be set off or carried forward. They are loss from gambling, betting, card games, and loss from an exempt source like share of loss of partnership firm cannot be set off against any other business income. Maximum period of carry forward of losses and manner of set off of brought forward losses. The provisions regarding set off of losses are as below. Under Section 32, subsection 2 defines unabsorbed depreciation. Unabsorbed depreciation shall be carried forward irrespective of the fact that the business or assets to which it relates exists or not. It can be carried forward for indefinite number of years. There is no requirement to submit return of loss in order to carry forward unabsorbed depreciation as per the provisions of Section 139, subsection 3. While setting off or brought forward business losses shall be given priority over unabsorbed depreciation. Thus, the current year's depreciation will be deducted from business income, then brought forward business losses. And finally, unabsorbed depreciation will be set off against business income. Unabsorbed depreciation can be set off against any other heads of income except salary. In case of business incomes, it is not sufficient enough for the set off of the same. In case of income from salary, losses does not arise, therefore no question of set off and carry forward arises. Under Section 71B, unabsorbed loss from house property up to rupees 2 lakh. The loss from house property can be set off against income from other house property or any other head of income except casual income. Unabsorbed losses from house property can be set off and carry forward for 8 years, and such carry forward loss can be set off against income from house property only. Under Section 72 defines unabsorbed business losses. Loss from business or profession can be set off against any business or speculation income or any other head of income except salary and casual income. Unabsorbed loss from business or profession can be carried forward for 8 years, and such carry forward losses can be set off against any business or profession income, normal business, or it may be a speculation business. Under Section 73, loss from speculation business. Loss from speculation business can be set off against income from speculation business. Unabsorbed loss from speculation business can be carried forward for 4 years, and such carry forward losses can be set off against speculation business income. Under section 74, long-term capital losses. Long-term capital asset can be set off against long-term capital gains only. It cannot be adjusted with any other heads of income. Unabsorbed loss from long-term capital asset can be carried forward for 8 years, and such carry forward losses can be set off against long-term capital gains only. Whereas loss from short-term capital asset can be set off against long-term capital gains or short-term capital gains. Unabsorbed loss from short-term capital assets can be carried forward from 8 years, and such carry forward loss can be set off against short-term capital gains or long-term capital gains only. 74A defines loss from owning and maintaining race horses can be set off against same source of income only. Unabsorbed loss from activity of owning and maintaining race horses can be carried forward for 4 years, and such carry forward losses can be set off against the same source of income only. Order of set off of losses: current year depreciation, current year capital expenditure on scientific research, and current year expenditure on family planning to the extent allowed. Then brought forward losses from business and profession under section 72 subsection 1. Unabsorbed depreciation under section 32 subsection 2. Unabsorbed capital expenditure on scientific research under section 35 subsection 4. Unabsorbed expenditure on family planning under section 36 subsection 1 clause 9. Note: as per section 80, filing of loss return under section 139 subsection 3 within the due date specified under section 139 subsection 1 is mandatory for carry forward of the above losses except loss from house property and unabsorbed depreciation. Thank you.